Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you an update on the new Chanel Deauville totes. So for those of you who watched my recent unboxing, you guys know that I picked up this beauty here. It's a small size Deauville tote in the black fabric, black on black, with the black calfskin, leather trim, and the champagne gold hardware. I did pay $3,800 for this. I shared all of these details in my earlier videos, and then I noticed that there was a size discrepancy as well as a price discrepancy compared to some of the other small Deauville totes. So I made my recent video. If you missed it, I'll link it up above and I'll also link it down below. I went back to Chanel basically. I went back to Chanel recently to do more research to solve this mystery, because some of the small Deauville prices are $3,700 and some are $3,800. And if you look at them really quickly, they look like they're the exact same bag, exact same size, but I found out on my recent visit to the boutique that that is not the case. In fact, I brought my tape measure and I literally went all in. I measured everything. I don't know if people were looking at me. I didn't care. I measured all the dimensions for you guys. So in this video, I'm going to jam pack information. I'm going to show you dimensions, side by sides, product codes, tags with prices, the different colors that were available at least at the boutique when I went the other day, mod shots as well, and just my general thoughts on what I've discovered. So stay tuned, watch the whole video if you can, because if you watch it in pieces, it may not make sense. And I made this into a slideshow so that you can see more clearly what I found at the boutique. So let's get started. All right, let's start with a quick side-by-side. So on the left is a darker pink color that's a new release, and on the right is my black one. I brought it with me so that I can do side-by-side comparisons. If you look at it very carefully, you can see that my black one is just a smidge bigger, right? And I didn't want to rely just on the eye, so I did bring my tape measure, as I said. But before I measured, I also looked at the inside of the bags to see the fabrics, the compartments, the hardware, and essentially all of those were the same. So it's really about the dimensions. So here I'm measuring the height of the smaller pink one, and it's coming out at about 9.5 inches. So let's just rely on these measurements for the sake of this video, because I did also check the Chanel website and sites like Fashion File, and unfortunately the measurements were just all over the place. So here I'm measuring the length of the bag, and it's coming out at about 12.5 inches. Okay. And then I measure the depth of the bag, and it's coming out at 6 inches across. If I go a little lower at the bottom of the bag, it is 7 inches across. Some of this is going to be repetitive from my last video. Then I went ahead and I also measured the top handle drop, and it looks like it's about 4 inches from top to bottom. I also measured the longer chain straps, and this is where it gets pretty interesting. So you'll see here that the drop length for the longer chain straps come to roughly about 12 inches. You see that? Pulled pretty tightly. Now let's compare the black tote bag, which is mine. This is the height I'm measuring here. I'm going to come back to the chain length drop in a minute. 10 inches. So it's already a ½ inch difference. It's about 10.25, I would say. So at least a ½ inch difference. Then the length of the black one is showing as 13.5 inches, so longer as well compared to the pink one. Then I measure the depth again, and this is where it actually is the same. So 6 inches across, which was the same as the pink, and then 7 inches across at the bottom of the tote, again the same. So the depth seems to be the same. Also, the drop length on the top handles, same, 4 inches. However, the drop length on the chain straps is a little bit longer on the larger size that I purchased in black. You can see here it's measuring in at about 13 inches, so it's at least ½ an inch to an inch longer depending on how tightly you pull it. Now that's not a big difference, but the one important mention is that when you put this on your shoulder, I noticed that the smaller one, the dark pink one that I tried in the store, sits up a little bit higher, and the top handles actually get too close to my armpits. For me, at least on my torso. So something to keep in mind. It's a great size. It's just a slight difference, a little bit smaller than the one that I got, but it is going to sit up higher. That might be good for those of you who are a little bit more petite, or maybe if you have a different kind of torso than me, but I have a longer torso. I'm about 5 feet 6 inches tall, and I didn't like that the top handles on the smaller version came up to not touch my underarms, but like almost get too close for comfort. I like to have a little bit of space to breathe and to move without any chafing. So that's something I wanted to mention for those of you who are on the market. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, here is the tag for the darker pink one I just showed you, the slightly smaller one from 22A. Here's the product code, and it says small shopping bag. Okay, keep that in mind. Here's the back of it, $3,700. Again, it says small shopping, less than 31 centimeters. Okay, then let me show you the black one. This is actually from the day that I purchased my black one. It was all bubble wrapped and everything. I had peeled off the tissue paper. Here is my tag, and it says large shopping greater than 30 centimeters, and it's $3,800. So you notice the $100 price difference. I mentioned this in my last video, and I thought it was because of the color, but it is clearly not. Here I found plenty more Deauville totes, and they all kind of look the same, don't they? If you just take a glance, but they're not the same. The sizes are different, and therefore the prices are different as well. All right, so let's take a look at a few more side-by-sides to really understand what's going on here. Here is the pink one, beautiful baby pink. Oh my gosh, this was so gorgeous. Next to my black one. And it looks like it's from the 22B collection. I took a photo of the tag so you guys can see. And it says here large shopping, just like what my tag says, for $3,800, same price. However, this exact same color is listed on the Chanel website right now for $3,700. Isn't that interesting? I'll come back around to that. But here I am, quick little mod shot. Yes, I was tempted. I was very tempted. It's such a pretty pink. Somebody buy this, please. It's gorgeous. So I'm showing you here side by side of my black one and the light pink one. One is 22A and one is 22B, same price, $3,800. Then I spotted this light blue one, which is a different shade of blue than the first one I found from my shopping vlog video. If you guys remember, this is 22B. And this also says large shopping greater than 30 centimeters, $3,800. But then I found this one, which they're calling yellow, but it's really like a mustard color. And this tag is 22A, different again. And flip it over, and it's showing $3,700. Okay, so let me show you the side by side. The blue, $3,800. The mustard, $3,700. You see the difference? Here, the pink, $3,800. The brown, $3,700. But the sales associates have been instructed to call both of these sizes the small size, because there's also the larger size, which is considerably larger, which I'm going to show you in this video. Here it is. The left is the larger size. That one is priced at $3,900. So some of you had commented on my recent video saying maybe I bought the large one. No, even though it says large on the tag, it's very misleading. Mine, as you can see, is considerably smaller. They're calling it the new small. And yeah, this pink one is also the new small. The smaller version, like the dark pink one I showed earlier, apparently is the old small. That's what my sales associate said. But just to keep us on our toes, Chanel created the same color in different sizes, okay? So that means you can find this pink one for $3,800, the slightly larger size, which is the one I have, or you can get the smaller size, which is listed on the website currently, and that would be $3,700, like all the other colors I showed you earlier in the video, as you can see here. So it's very, very confusing. But at the end of the day, I feel like these small size Deauville totes are very slight in their dimension differences. They're both great. I love mine. You can see I've been using it carefree with my kids on the weekends every day. Love it. Highly recommend it. And whether you get the smaller size or the larger size, they're both the small size. I just hope that this video has been helpful. So that is it. I shared everything that I discovered on my recent trip to Chanel. I hope this video has been helpful. Quick recap here. There are two small sizes. There's the old small and the new small. Apparently, according to my sales associate, this is the new small. It can be from either 22A or 22B, so don't let that throw you off. This one here, again, is priced at $3,800. The smaller small is $3,700. It's really a matter of preference at this point. Like I mentioned, the only main thing I wanted to point out was that this sits up a little bit lower on the shoulder, whereas the smaller size for me sat up a little bit higher, and these top handles came a little too close to my armpits for my comfort. But that is, again, me and my body frame and my torso, but it might be different for you. So just something to look out for. And then the other thing is that whether it is the smaller small or the larger small, which is this one, it can come in the same color. So this black one comes in this size and the older small size. The pink one that I showed you, that beautiful light baby pink, as you saw, is in the smaller size on the website for $3,700 and also was in the larger size at the boutique that I tried on. And these are not the large totes. I showed you earlier in the video, the larger tote is $3,900 and it is considerably bigger than mine here. So I know it's confusing. I really feel like Chanel is making small tweaks and keeping us all on our toes. Even the sales associates seem to be confused. One other thing I want you to keep in mind is if you are going to order an organizer insert for yours, just be mindful about the dimensions. Look carefully, because one of my viewers commented on my last video saying that they ordered an organizer insert. I can't remember from where, but it didn't fit properly. It was either too small or too tight, I believe. And that could be because the measurements for that organizer insert were made based on a different size bag, whether it be this one or the smaller one. You see what I mean? Now, I did show this. I've got a few of my items in here because I've literally been using this bag so much. I love it. This one here is from ZOOMONI. I always have a 20% off promo code. I don't get anything for it. Not sponsored, not an affiliate, but I always like to share promo codes so you guys can save money. It's in my description box below. I actually ordered this for my Longchamp Le Pliage tote, for my Neo Le Pliage tote in the small size. I'll try to find this exact one and link it, because I told you guys last time that even though I've been using this in my Longchamp totes, it turns out it fits perfectly in here as well, so I'm not going to have to order a new one for my Deauville specifically, as you can see. So if you want to just go for this one and you know that yours is this exact size, then that might work for you as well. In any event, I hope this video was helpful, mystery solved, sort of. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you are new to my channel and you enjoy this type of content, I would love for you to subscribe and join our handbag loving community. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.